found that mess. Ahoy, crypto pirates. How you all doing? That's working now, right? Coin market crap. Right, guys? Got good mic there. Give me a little better, a little loud. Yeah, I guess so, probably. Maybe I'm clipping here. Hold on one second. Fix this a little bit. Yeah, kind of not really. Let me do one more thing. Go to audio. Yeah, it's hard. Hold on a second. Let me turn that down a little bit. Boom. And boom. There we go. How about that right there? That sound better? Lower your gain. Yeah, my gain is low, man. I got this thing down low. There we go. Okay. Thanks, children of the grave. Well, ahoy, crypto pirates. Welcome to Chatting with the Captain. It's been a while since I've been here on a Monday night hanging with you guys. I'm excited to do so because, man, I get to really lay some stuff on you. What an amazing last few weeks it's been. Challenging last few weeks, but amazing all the same. We've got like so much community stuff going on in the background and so much stuff going on that Richard's doing. I mean, it's turning into a real job. And it's hard to burn the candle at both ends at this point. And RG3 is very, very, very burned out and trying to take care of his family and everything else. So I am beat to shit. I've been traveling all around the country all week and working for you guys for free, spending my money. Anyway, so let me say thanks first of all to D'Artagnan for the $5. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I did a little bit of work, and you know what? I just forgot to turn the mixing board on, and it wasn't coming through. So let me say hi to everybody. Children of Grave, Hex Machina. Hey, man, dude, thank you for saving us on Friday night. We appreciate you, and welcome to the Discourse Syndicate, man. Awesome having you. Let's see. Yeah, let's hear it for the 10 Hex per t-shirt. Nicholas Luciano, Tarfin, Chasing Life. Who else? Bronco Adventures, T-Hex, Toshi, GHW, Randy in Georgia. Hey, what's happening? Sinclair Crypto, Hello Wealth. Crypto Panda, yes, ASMR, RG3. Hokuio, okay. Luke Thompson, it's now. All right, Hex Hound. Welcome, everybody. Gregor E. Young and Senor Hex. What's up, Senor Hex? I got a little cough from that air in the damn airplane. Don't have no bid. Some of the other Hexkins might. I've heard one of them call me today and told me he might have the bid, but not me. Just a little lung and sinus thing going on, but that's it. Yes, today, let's see, was awesome. 10 Hex per t-share. Well, it was actually 9.04 Hex per t-share. And if you do the math on your t-shares, that was an amazing payout today. And why? Because somebody nuked EES like 17,000 t-shares. Do you know what 17,000 t-shares brings you a day? I mean, just on average, 17. I mean, let's do the, let's see here. Hold on a second. Let's do some math here. So let's just say you have 17,000 t-shares, and let's just say you times that point, what? 17,000 times, and just on a regular, we're like 5 Hex, right? So let's just say it's 5 Hex per t-share. That's a regular. Today was a little different. Today was a little overboard, right? So that's 85,000 Hex. And at what, 43 cents right now? That's $36,550 a day that person nuked to EES. Now, I've always been a proponent of hitting that EES button and not being afraid of it. Always. If it's there as a tool, it's not there. It's not something there to stay away from. It is there as a tool. So to that person, I'm sure that it was a reason for it. I've heard of other situations that people have done something like that. And wow, everybody has their reasons for doing what they do. Now, for those of you selling, quit fucking up the price. Leave it alone until we get this goddamn thing launched here. PulseChain comes out. Why would you be selling right now? Stop selling. Just hold off. You're going to get double your shit. So leave it alone. Anyway, let's see. Let me read some of the chat so we can go through some of it, because I got a whole bunch of cool stuff to talk about. So let's see. Thank you, Captain. Sir, it's an honor to be aboard the ship. Yes, Hex Machina, welcome. We're hold on. Let me tell my CPA no. No, I'm doing a live stream right now. How about that? I like getting on the phone with people while I'm working for you guys, right? Anyway, so welcome. Yes, thanks, Hex Machina. It's nice to have you on board too, and all the other streamers that are coming on board. Let's see. What's good, RG3? Nice rain gutters, bro. That's Hex Flexing. Yeah, I put rain gutters up on my house. I've been here for 18 years. I had the plumbing done, right? So when I did all my concrete work, I had the plumbing done. They put it all the way out to the street and everything in the drains. Never put fucking rain gutters up. So I looked at my house and I said, I need to get rain gutters. So I got rain gutters. And wouldn't you know it, the guy who came out was an XRP shill. Well, he's an XRP owner and happens to be friends with one of the community members. And that guy is now a Hexagon. So we got a rain gutter guy that is a Hexagon now. So because he put gutters up on RG3's house, he is now a Hexagon. So welcome. He should be out here watching the stream or something. Let's see. I'm just here for the alibi. Newbie OG. Glad to see you, Captain. Didn't you see the fleet of pirate ships at Naga Fountain? Yes, I did. I did see that fleet. I'm very jealous of that fleet. And not only that, but I hear that Brock Pierce bought himself a pirate ship, like a real pirate ship in Puerto Rico. So it's like, really? You freaking front ran me on the pirate ship? Jeez. Anyway, so hello, 10.036. Really, was it 10.036? I thought it was 9.04, but I could be wrong. I thought that's what I seen from Whalebot today. Don't we all get the same? Yeah, I guess it's 10.035. I thought Whalebot tweeted out 9.04. That's what I thought it did. Either way, that's up there, man. That is up there. Let's see. Greetings from South America. The general dump is because Evergrande, a big China enterprise, is in trouble. Hex is very solid, incredible. Yes, it is. Sarah G. Hey, RG3. Hey, Sarah G. How are you? 42K from David Morales. Silly sausage got wrecked. Let's hope it wasn't a hack. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so hey, bro, here's DS put out a schedule for the streams and who's doing that. I'd like to see kinetics and such. Then sometimes there's a total random shows. Yes, we've been having some new streamers come on. Crypto Coffee is our man in charge. Excuse me, of the guide, and you can go to Discourse Syndicate Network.com and see all of the streamers there and their times and all that good stuff. But Coffee disappears for like a week or two at a time. And when he comes to, we get him to update things. So right now he's disappeared. I saw him a couple weeks ago, but he was on his way off to, I don't know, go slam something. And that's what he does. He travels the world, slams things, and then helps us out when he comes to. So anybody sees Coffee out there, wake him up and let him know he's got some work to do. So, hey, Crypto CPT. Yeah, man, it was good seeing you, homie, out there in Riverside. Yeah, out in the IE at the 555 workshop at the Cuatro Cinco. So that's how the last couple of weeks started out. It was the Abit Hex and Patrick Lion from Germany are out here in the US and they're touring, and they've got a whole crew of them. They've got 3 vehicles all wrapped in Hex and Pulse. The Audi R8 is wrapped and has Discourse Syndicate on the back of it, right there above the engine over the glass. Really, really cool stuff. So we're excited to be part of that. I'm telling you that, excuse me, that tour is going to end with us being in stadiums. You watch. We're going to be in stadiums talking to people about Hex and teaching them about Hex. I've actually got a meeting. I met with this CPA just out of the blue. I was getting my hair cut, and CPA was in there. Friends of friends. One of my buddy's wives cuts my hair, so I've known these people for a long time. And he's like, "Hey, man, I want to know about crypto. Tell me about Hex." And we started talking. And then before he knew it, he's like, "Man, I got a whole bunch of people that want to sit down and learn from you what's going on." So I think that what we're doing, this is going to be a big deal, because getting in front of people and being able to talk to them about Hex and what's going on, teaching them about crypto, first of all, teaching them about finance and what's going on out there. I think that, we need to walk into this thing properly. People don't understand what inflation is, first of all. Their dollars are being inflated right now. So they need to understand what that means and what fractional reserve banking is and what that means to their dollar and what that is doing to their dollar and their purchasing power. They need to understand what crypto is and how that can fix that. They need to understand what Bitcoin mining is and what proof of stake is, so that they can understand how crypto fixes fiat and how Hex fixes crypto. So I think that's how we have to educate people. We have to teach them these things. We have to teach them a little bit about blockchain. We have to teach them a little bit about Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining and what immutable code is and what a smart contract is and what Hex is. And then talk about inflation and how that enters and why Hex's inflation is better than any other inflation. Because let's face it, inflation is a necessary thing. You have to have inflation. You have to have dollars come into the system. You have to have crypto come into the system. It's how it works, period. Now, how that's done in Hex is superior to how it's done other places. Hex's inflation is paid to people who are staking. That means the value of Hex the inflated value of Hex is actually sitting there for years and years upon end. Some of it for 15, some of it for 10, some of it for just a year. But that inflation is sitting in there and not being used. So what does that do? That pushes the price and the value of everybody's crypto, Hex crypto that is, up. So it's a way, way superior way to create inflation. So Hex is blowing up not only the crypto world, but the fiat world too. I don't think that we talk enough about Hex's inflation. Hex's inflation is superior, and it is one of the key reasons why it's better than everything else out there and why it's doing so well. And in the future, it's going to be what puts Hex's bar way above everybody else's bar. So yes, inflation is a tool. QC organics, yes, it is. And it can be used to tear something up, or it can be used to fix things. So let's remember that. History shows that, the Great Depression, they didn't want to inflate. They could have inflated, but they didn't. And because they didn't, it caused some really, really big issues. So excuse me. So this time, to ease the pain of a depression, they inflated. Now, they may have inflated too much, but they did inflate. And it stopped the horrors of what the Great Depression caused from happening. But we haven't seen yet what damage that has caused. And their overinflation has caused. So that's yet to be seen. We're suffering the repercussions of that now as we see prices rise and things going through the roof and purchases going nuts and stock markets going nuts and housing prices going nuts and all of this stuff. So there is a downside to doing it, but it did overt some of the things that we saw during the Great Depression. So anyway, so off of that subject for a second, I want to read something. There is a book that I picked up by Jack Canfield, and it's called The Aladdin Factor. And it's about asking. And I think the world is asking for a fix to what's going on out here. I hear my buddy Wells talking about the problems that are out there. He's like, man, fuck this shit, man. And I see the fire in his belly, a young man that wants to change things so badly, and I see people out there wanting to change things so badly. But we're finding it hard to focus on the solutions. What are the solutions? Well, we know that Hex is one of those. So how do we get that out there? How do we change the world with Hex? But first we had to ask. We had to ask for somebody to do this, because I came into crypto basically with a desire to help this situation, to change the world, to be part of crypto so that it can change the world of finance. And that's what I was hoping. And crypto fell flat on its face. It fucking sucked, man. Crypto just blew it. It was P.T. Barnum circus out here with a bunch of geeks that had the knowledge, the know-how, the wisdom, the capabilities. I'm not going to say wisdom, the capabilities to make the products that could fix things. But they got subverted by a bunch of freaking shenanigans and P.T. Barnums and hackers and fucking thieves and scam artists and all that other shit. And we didn't get the true crypto we were supposed to get. So let me read this by Jack Canfield. This is just the introduction to this Aladdin thing. And it was kind of like how I felt when I came into crypto. So anyway, once in a faraway land, a grubby child sat in the dust and gazed at the battered lamp he held between his knees. Dirty, old, and dented, yet somehow still beautiful. The lamp warmed to his touch. Aladdin ran his fingers across the inscription on the side, barely legible because of the dirt. He spit on his shirt sleeve and rubbed the lamp so he could read the words. The words read, "Ask, and it shall be given." No sooner had he finished reading than the lamp seemed to shake and turn in his hands. His skin crawled and the hairs on the back of his neck stood up. Aladdin heard a booming voice that seemed to come from every corner of the marketplace. "Who are you and why have you called me?" says the voice. The dust around Aladdin's ankles swirled and rose, enveloping his small frame. The colors of the rainbow swirled before his eyes, and he felt as if he were being lifted into the sky above. "Where am I and what has happened to me?" Aladdin shouted. "You are with me, the genie, for you have called me," said the voice. "I am here to answer all of your questions and help you obtain all that you desire. I desire only to be recognized for who I truly am. I appear to be a poor beggar, yet what I know to be true is that I am a prince. If only people could see this." That's the phone ringing, sorry. "If only people could see this, then all the riches of the kingdom would be mine," replied Aladdin. "Do you truly wish others to recognize your royalty?" asked the genie. "Yes, and more," says Aladdin. "Then your wishes are my command. Sit at my feet, child, while we weave a tale of wonder and success about learning how to ask for what you want in life. I have brought many friends with me who will share their stories. Gaze into my lamp, my son, and watch our tale and transformation unfold." So we're talking about a magic carpet ride. Ask and you shall receive. We have asked, Richard has provided, and here we are turning into princes, each and every one of us. Anyway, I just thought that was a cool read because, it's about asking. And it's about paying attention to what you asked for and seeing it being delivered. And it was. Richard has delivered on his promise of what the world has been asking for. We've been asking for this. We've been looking for a solution to all of our woes. Now, the byproduct of this amazing crypto product that Richard has made is riches and wealth. Period. End of story. That's a byproduct of what he's done. Richard has built something that will fix finance. It will fix finance. Just sit back, observe, sit at the feet of the genie and watch, because it is going to happen. We're going to change the world, one person at a time, one financial situation at a time. Hex is going to continue to grow. It's going to continue to be there for folks. It's going to continue to do what Hex do. It will not falter. It will not shake. It will not break. You will not shut it down. You will not stop it. And it will not be denied what it is. Last week started out, first of all, I threw my back out. So I threw my back out, and then I had to fly across the country to go hang out with all of the amazing Hexicans. I got to go hang out with all the amazing Hexicans. Joker was there. Kurkowski was there. Motley was there. My partner Kinetics was there. Coffee was even there. He showed up in the middle of one of his trips somewhere, and then he flew back out the next day, in and out. Who else was out there? Gosh, it was just Maddie was there. Kareem was there. Of course, Freddie Croats, and he's got a buddy that lives right there by him named Bird, who's an amazing dude. Met some great new Hexicans. Just cool people, man. Just what a good time. Can't wait to get Freddie on the show so that we can talk about the antics and what happened. Excuse me. What happened at the filming of the video. It was amazing. Funny stories, cool stuff. Just freaking awesome, man. Just awesome. Oh yeah. Who else was out there? Axis was out there. Yeah, it was just freaking booming, man. It was great. Also Nardo was there. Nardo's like, dude, Nardo is one of my favorite freaking guys, man. That guy is just salt of the earth, good freaking dude, man. But you know what? All Hexicans are. Every single one of them that I spent time with this weekend was very, very cool. So, but anyway, flew out there, could hardly walk. We went and filmed this video, and just a good time, man. What a really good time. What an amazing production Freddie Quotes put on. I can't wait to kind of talk to him about it. I think next Monday we're going to talk, and then maybe we're going to debut it pretty soon. His video going to be awesome, man. Excuse me. So it's going to be great. So after that, came back here to Cali, tied up some ends, and then boom, back out. We went to Georgia, and we hung out with some Hexicans and some non-Hexicans out there, financial people. And we're striking a deal to put out some products, traditional finance products that are going to help Hexicans to diversify their portfolios in a way that it's going to benefit them for future gains. Spend less Hex, create more wealth for themselves, create more of a financial stability situation for themselves, and keep all their taxes and everything above board. So great solution to like leaving the country if you're a U.S. citizen and you're thinking about leaving, or if you've got a challenge somewhere in the U.S. So we're looking at some of those solutions, but great work people put together. On top of that, I don't know how much of this I'm supposed to talk about, but there is a film being made about Hex. It's a documentary, and I'm not going to say much about it, but all I can tell you is it is A-list work being done on it. And what an amazing group of people that's working on that. I'm talking like freaking pedigree people working on it. And it's already just the stuff that I've seen is just freaking phenomenal. So we've got Cabana was there. Yeah, I sat behind Cabana the whole time with his cool ass cowboy hat on, and he's talking. So I was freaking in pain, but Joker's wife brought me some of that kratom or whatever it is, right? And she made this freaking like mud elixir, like a freaking like a druid out in a freaking parking lot, and had me swig this stuff down. That stuff was, oof, man. Anyway, but I'll tell you what, it took the pain right out of my freaking back. I mean, I was dancing. I was literally dancing, and I could hardly move. I was all bent over, couldn't move. But I'll tell you what, David Fetter was there too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Fetter was there. Yeah, David Fetter, what an amazing dude he is. David Fetter actually came and saved me because these fucking guys. Anyway, we'll talk about that next time too. But anyway, David Fetter, I love that guy. That guy is so freaking awesome. I know I'm forgetting a couple other people. Jesus, they had you all hopped up on Kratom. Well, I mean, I wasn't hopped up. I mean, it's like all natural stuff, right? I mean, it wasn't anything, bad, but yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I felt great. And then after it was all over, I felt bad again. I couldn't get out of bed again. And the plane trip back home from there was horrendous. I mean, literally horrendous. That was the worst trip ever. My back hurt so bad sitting in that seat. It was awful. But anyway, so all of that is going on. And then on top of it, Kinetics and myself, I don't know if I've told you guys enough how brilliant that guy is. Kinetics has been working behind the scenes on some amazing things with other Hexicans and with Discourse Syndicate. And we're building things on top of Hex that are going to benefit the community once again. And just really, really cool stuff. And yeah, so just great stuff going on all around. Can't wait to see the video from that weekend and be able to talk to you guys about what we talked about this last weekend. Everything looks really, really good right now, and we're going to see what comes of it. And we got some more stuff to dissect, but going to be cool to talk about that too. So anyway, where are we at? Oh yeah. Bitcoin is dumping. Let's see where it's at now. Let's see where Bitcoin is. Hey, Franklin, what's up, dude? Franklin's sending me text messages. Let's see. I want to see where Bitcoin is right now. Let's go on to Nomics, the trusted crypto ranking site of all crypto. Ooh, 42,000. Far cry from 100K, guys. Far cry. It's starting to go the opposite way. I remember them all saying, we're closer to 100K than we are to zero. But anyway, 42. Ethereum at 3,000 and Hex cracking 44 cents. Do you realize that we are less than 100 billion away from flipping ETH? 100 billion, guys. We are literally 100 billion away from flipping ETH. Wow, just awesome. Awesome. Yep, Bitcoin is crapping all over itself. And Hex is still pumping. Still pumping. Still doing its thing. Even with people taking monster gains. People are taking monster gains right now. And doing stupid shit, I guess. I mean, there's people out there that got 3-4 Lambos and doing dumb shit like that. I felt bad getting my damn rain gutters, I mean, Richard was like, shit, dude, you guys better, I didn't buy all this shit so you guys can buy it. I didn't mean for you guys to start doing shit like that. And, well, I flexed a little and got some rain gutters for my house. But anyway, I thought that was practical enough. And, I did buy my wife a car today, but that wasn't like a flex. I literally just bought a new car because it was time for a new car. Got me that, what is it? That Ford Explorer ST. Ooh, it's a bad looking soccer mom ride. All black, everything. Let me see where, do you know what type of kratom it was? Yeah, it was, red Murong or something like that. Murong red or red Murong, something like that. It was something like that. I don't know, but it was a powder form. Mixed it in, mixed in a powder form, and it was like mud. Swigged it down, and oh man, but worked amazing. Like I wasn't high. I wasn't like, oh dude, it wasn't like I was narked out or anything or nodding and shit. It was like fucking pain went away, and I was feeling good. I felt good enough to get up and freaking dance. So yeah, man, I was feeling good. So anyway, Here's to Kratom. Shit. Stuff worked good. Hold on one second. My wife went. Well, my 5-year-old decided he was going to go outside and go visit the neighbor and take him a present. I'm in trouble because, anyway. So, yeah. Oh boy, that could have been a disaster. Oh, okay. Damn kids. So, anyway, where was I? We were talking about Kratom. Anyway, it was good stuff. And I didn't feel loaded. I felt the pain went away, and that was cool. And thank you for that, Joker, and your lovely wife. I appreciate that. So anyway, yes, Hex is holding its support nicely. Big pump incoming. I believe so. Watching it do its thing, looking at the chart and watching the dips and watching the pumps. And then, just where we're at. I mean, we all know that when these events come, Hex pumps through the events, and that's what's going to happen. We're going to see it pump. Now, what happens in between all that while the pumps are going on? People take gains, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's healthy. And even though somebody EES'd, I mean, they had their reasons, and we're going to see a lot more of that. Look, I always told everybody from the very, very beginning, I said, and that's why I told people about my staking wall, about putting those 555 blocks, 55555 blocks out there so that if you had to take one down, you wouldn't nuke a whole stack. You could just take one down and leave the rest there. I said, divide up your 555 stakes and put them out in blocks. And if the Hex price pumps so high that you had to take those things down 7.5 years from now, because watch what happens at 7.5 years. When we hit 7.5 years, 7.5 years to 9.5 years, watch how many emergency end stakes we have. Just watch. Because Hex could be $150, $200, $500 by then. $500, $1,000. Hex could be monstrous then. So think about it. You think people that are hurting that only threw 5555 stakes out there are going to not want to pull that down after fucking 8 years? You're out of your goddamn mind if you think they're not going to be pulling that shit down. And Hex is at $500 or something. Imagine you threw 1,000 out there, 10,000 out there, 5,000 out there, and those bitches are worth $1,000 8 years from now. You'd think people aren't going to want to take some of those down? Yeah, I'm telling you. You're going to see some shit happen. Look at it's happening right now. It's happening right now, and people shouldn't be doing it right now because right now you're about to double your fucking Hex. You're about to double it. You're about to make instantly twice as much Hex with PulseChain. And people are still selling in EES and big EES, 17,000 T-shares. Do you know what it costs to have 17,000? Let me put that one in perspective for you. RG3 is not even afraid to do maths on the, let's see, what are we at? Where are we 8,000? What are they, 8,000 right now? Oh shit, 17,000. It's $136 million. $136 million to buy those T-shares. And it nuked it for a few $1 million probably. A few $1 million. That's $136 million worth of T-shares. You can't buy those. You can't buy yourself into that position because there's not enough Hex to do that. I mean, it's insane. The Hex is so low right now. I mean, he lost over 10 million with one click. Yeah, just insanity. Now, it's there, like I said. Or somebody could have hacked. Yeah, somebody could have hacked him. Somebody could have hacked. Somebody said it still has a stake, so probably a dipshit. Look, none of you fucking know what that person's situation was. I mean, how much was that worth? $2, $3, $4 million that they pulled out? There was some value there, right? Getting rid of those T-shares. So you don't know what that person's situation is. $3, $4 million might have took that person out of a very, very serious situation and put them into a life of, come on, it doesn't take that much money to change your whole life. $3, $4 million, for me, it's not enough, but to somebody that might be just enough to do what they need. So, you don't know that person's situation, but that was a lot of money, a lot of value there that had to go for whatever reason it had to go. So anyway, that was painful to see. And it's going to be even more painful to see years from now when people don't understand what's about to happen. You will see that happen. You will see people EESing in 7.5 years from now, and all the way to 9.5 years, because they want that money. They staked it, and 8 years is a long time to wait. Come on, man. Crypto's only been around for 11 years. You think people aren't going to want to, grab that? Mm-hmm. 9 million is great generational wealth. Yeah, $9 million ain't nothing to balk at. Geez, how much is enough for you? Well, I don't know. I live in California, so it requires a lot of money to live out here. So, I want to, I've got some goals, and there's some things I want to do. And it's not just personal stuff. There's some things that I want to do to help other people out. And that's going to require money. There's some things I want to do to help this country out. That's going to require a lot of money. So I need that kind of money, because my knowledge, my wisdom, what I want to do for this world is going to require lots of money. And I want to be able to provide that and help change things, because we found the vehicle. We're asked the universe, and Richard brought it. And here we have the perfect financial tool to fix the world, really. And I truly believe, I truly think that Hex is in the right hands. Are there people out there that are in it for the money, for the gold, for the Lambos, for the, fancy cars and guns and girls and boats and all that kind of shit? Yeah, of course. There's a lot of people in there for that. But are there people in it for good? Yeah, there's a lot of people in it for good. I'm real close with a lot of them that want to do good things, that want to actually go into the political system and help change things, that actually want to put money into stuff like PACs and lobbying powers and moving crypto into the future and trying to help fix the world situation. And I want to be part of that. There's a lot of people out there that need help. There's a lot of people out there with substance abuse issues. There's a lot of people out there that their lot in life has been, handed to them, and they have no way to get out of it. And it would be nice to give them a hand up, not a hand out, a hand up. Build stuff for people to help them, move. Stormy says in California need $1 billion. Yep, I do. I'm in it for the tech. Franklin says, yep. I know you are. Franklin's a tech guy. Hexagonal Domino says, I want to buy up companies, stake them to Hex, use their interest to pay employees, and use the rest for updating and buying new machines. Oh, hey, you're a machinery guy. Cool. Use the profit from the work to buy new machines. Okay. Hey, what's up, Black Sheep? How you doing? So Black Sheep made a new video. You got to check it out, guys. Go to Black Sheep's, what is it? DGen protocol? Black Sheep. What is your, you can put your link in the chat, dude. I'm cool with that. So Black Sheep is like, so let me give you guys a warning first. Okay. If you're going to go over to Black Sheep's channel, just realize that it's for grownups and degens. Like this is a degen channel, but Black Sheep's is really a degen channel. It's like, you got to take a shower after you get out of there. It's pretty bad over there. There's some pretty swarmy characters. Love them all. I love all my pirates. I love my dirty swarmy motherfuckers. I love Black Sheep and all of his guys over there. But just, you've been warned. If you go over there, wear gloves, all right? And then take a shower right after. And just, if you need it, go get a penicillin shot from the doctor, after you get back the next day or whatever. It'll fix it. So there you go. There's a link to the video. Anyway, I'll play it. I'll play it on the Friday Night Hangout, bro. I'll get me I got the link. I didn't know if you were announcing it yet or whatever, but I'll play it on the Friday Night Hangout. My homemade bucha. Sorry, I do that on stream. Rude. But anyway, my whole crypto CPT. So I met CPT. He is from the CPT, which we call it CPT. That's Compton. My whole family guy Hex no longer worried about the future. Yeah, man, the future is bright, and things have definitely changed for a lot of Hexicans. Life has changed. Now I've got to blow one end of the candle out myself. I've got all ends of the candle burning, middle, both ends, and it's tough. It's really, really tough. So anyway, what else do we need to talk about? There was something going on Twitter that I wanted to bring up, mention. Whoops, that's not Twitter. Let's see here. Where is Twitter? The Twitters. Let's see. A lot of followers coming in these days. They're moving fast. People are jumping in and following us. And so, you know what that means? That just means that we are lighting it up, guys. Hex is lighting it up. People are starting to recognize us. And I think all the FUD's gone, to be honest. I don't know what, there's no more talk. Some of them are just trying to ignore us like we don't exist, but a lot can't anymore. Let's see. Hex Machina and Crypto Sid with Hex News Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. So right before my show, these guys, I don't know if they did this just one time impromptu, but that's the new show that these guys are putting on here on DS. Let's see. What else was I looking for? I don't see anything. There was something in Twitter that I wanted to bring up. Hex Flex. The Hex Flexes are getting better too. Somebody there with a monster pop out freaking pusher bus. Who is that? XOG Day 3 Staker. Wow, that's a nice ride there you got, buddy. These pictures of Richard in the suits and stuff, they're pretty damn good. Let's see, yeah, man, look at that. X-Flex, brand new Toyotas. I guess I could put my wife's, what do you call it up there? Excuse me. Her new Ford Explorer. That thing is bad to the bone, man. Ooh, nice t-shirt, Dip Catcher. Let's see. Nope, I can't find it. What I'm looking for. TikTok is going off. It's just really, really heating up out there, and awesome to see it. I'm ready for the next level of Hexican to come out, where we are respected, revered. I mean, I got like I said, I got a financial guy he's a trader, regular day trader. He wants me to come sit in front of a group of his people and help onboard them. Big money, lots of money, wants to come into Hex. And they want me to sit down, talk to them about crypto, talk to them about Hex, tell them what it's all about, and help them onboard. I mean, I hate doing it one-on-one. I mean, I'll do it for friends and family and that kind of stuff. But being able to sit in front of a group and do it, that's great, because now we can fix everybody at one time. I told them they all have to have their Coinbase, they all have to have their Ethereum, and they all have to have their USDC before we sit down and meet. So once they've all got that done, we'll sit down and help them onboard. So anyway, Anybody got any questions? RG making big moves. Yeah, man, we're making big moves, and it's necessary. It really is necessary. We've got real stuff going on. We've got more stuff going on in the Hex community than any other crypto community has going on. And check it out. Richard has provided for none of it other than a product that has made us all able to do so, which really all he's done is empowered all of us to be able to do this, right? He's empowered us to go out and do the work for Hex because, there is no promise of the work from others, promise of profit from the work of others. It's us doing the work. We mint our own coins. We operate the contract and we do the work. I mean, there's people out there buying banner ads that are flying behind airplanes on a regular basis over world fairs and stuff like that. I did give Hex News a plug for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 6 p.m. PST. The Hex News with Hex Machina and what was his name? I'm sorry. I'm horrible with remembering the names, but Crypto Sip, is that a CIP or whatever it is? I'm sorry. Say it in there again. I'll give a shout out. But anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. So there's all these Hexkins out there doing things and helping to market the brand and making stickers and having meetups and traveling around the country and wrapping cars and giving things away and just educating people about Hex. I literally think that Kryptosparbuch's tour is going to end at us being in stadiums. I think that we'll be in stadiums telling people what's going on. Let's see. Hey, RG, would you recommend your CPA for Hex kids living in California? I'm looking for one that knows about Hex. Yes. DM me in Telegram, t.me/RG3ME. Send me a DM if you're in Cali, if you're in the SoCal area. And yes, I will hook you up with that person. They're willing to actually do work for Hexicans, and they know crypto and they know Hex now. And yes, they're very knowledgeable what they're doing, and they get it. So yes, DM me if you're interested, and I'll hook you up. So anyway, so with all this work that's going on, it's not coming from Richard. It's coming from us. This is completely grassroots. And that's why this organic freaking growth, this organic thing that's happening within Hex is so freaking amazing. So, I mean, I'm telling you, I don't think Richard even thought that this would happen, but Hex is so good. It is so good that it's just got the momentum behind it and all of us behind it, just wanting to do things, wanting to put things out there and build products and things for Hexicans and do stuff to promote. Because the cool thing is you won't fail by doing so. You literally can't fail by helping Hex grow and pushing it out there to other people, friends, family, the public. I've never had to take a stream down. We've never said anything here that we are ashamed of, that was wrong. If we were incorrect or inaccurate, I should say, we were never wrong. We may have been inaccurate about some things, but the things that we were inaccurate about were because we fell short and didn't really push out what Hex is really doing. We've never put any false hope out there. We've never put any lies out there. We've never embellished. Even our numbers, even our Moon Boy talk about where Hex can be has been surpassed by Hex itself. So even our price predictions, which mine were always very conservative, but I thought they were high, were blown out of water. Hex is sitting in 40 something cents right now. Never said 40 something cents. Hexo's saying, hey, $2 by, maybe next year or the end of this year or whatever. And, he's probably damn right. I mean, we're starting to see, nickel moves in 15-minute candles, seeing things move, a nickel. That's huge. That's huge. We're only a year and a half old, pushing into year 2, and we're making nickel moves. That's a freaking monster. It's a monster. It's only going to keep pumping and getting bigger and bigger, and you're going to see the moves go from a nickel to a dime to a quarter to 50 cents to $1 to $2 to $5 to $10 to $20 moves. You're going to see moves that are just going to start pumping and continue to pump and continue to get bigger. And it's going to be as the financial energy pours into this. I've got friends in the real world that are, work at legitimate. They work at big network production companies, let's just say. And they're asking questions. They're starting to try and find out what's going on with this thing. How is there this thing that's about to flip Ethereum? Nobody knows about it. It was called a scam or whatever. So there's a big interest in what's going on with Hex, and it's only going to get more and more and more, especially when this documentary finally comes out. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Let's see. Jeff Jean says, problem is you have to pay some CPAs to explain to them how you make money. You know what? I agree with you, Jeff. Now, my CPA is very good, knew some about crypto, but as I educated that person, the financial benefits of Hex itself wowed them. Because, see, this is a person who thinks finance. And when you tell them what Hex is, it blows their mind, man. They just go nuts. And they just want to know more and more and more. In fact, I'm supposed to call that person right now after the show because they want to talk Hex. So yes, it's really, really cool. When you see a person that's a financial brain, just get Hex and it snaps for them. They're like, oh shit. You know what this means? And it's like, of course I know what it means. I've been telling people what it means since the beginning. We understood it right away. We watched Richard build it. We watched it launch. We discovered all of we even made discoveries that Richard didn't even know about. People didn't know that EESing and grabbing more shares in the beginning before Big Payday was going to be a big freaking deal. Look at it now. There's people call me on a regular basis, DMing me on a regular basis, say, thank you, RG, for making me EES and get more shares. And now with shares being $8,000, of course, people are thanking me because who wouldn't want another couple hundred T shares, another 1,000 T shares, another 500 T shares, right? When you could have got them for cheap. Now you almost can't buy most people's bags, most of the OG's bags because of how expensive they are. So Jeff Jean says, nice, RG. My account is still waiting on me to send him my write-off items. I'm so behind. He was interested in hearing more about Hex as well. Yeah, I'm telling you, once you start explaining the power of Hex to them and what it means and how it acts as a financial tool for you and for them, they really do want to hear a lot about it. They want to know more about it. They want to get in and they want to do a deep dive with it and figure it out because, gosh, man, Hex is just amazing as a financial tool. It's just an amazing financial tool. You cannot beat it anywhere. You can't beat it. And I mean, selfishly, I'm glad that more people don't know about Hex because our bags are pumping like crazy because of it, because there's only 10% stake. Now, there's not going to be the ability for a much higher than a higher percentage than 10% at this point to stake because of how much the OA owns. Because of how much the OA owns, you will never be able to create much of a much larger staking pool than what we almost see right now. Plus what Liquid Hex is out there. I mean, like you almost couldn't buy a Dolphin wallet with the Hex that's left out there. I mean, well, you couldn't buy a shark wallet for sure, but you might not even buy a real high dolphin wallet. There's dolphin wallets you can't buy now with the hex that's left, and staking to get the T-shares that you need to do so. So it's pretty interesting what's going on out there, getting rarer and rarer and rarer and harder and harder and harder to get the value of those stakes. Excuse me. Let's see. Let me read this. How does one even classify people that don't like Hex? I know people that seem smart but don't like Hex. I'm not that smart, but I figured it out. I don't know what the commonality is. Well, people are people. And if they don't want to like something, they're not going to like it no matter what. If for some reason they've taken that route, that they're going to be hard-nosed about it and not really look into it, and I'd rather listen to the noise out there than actually do the research. It's lazy, but a lot of people do that. So just realize that, that's what a lot of people do. They're just lazy, and there's nothing you can do about that. Ahmad Orabi, I met you at the Riverside meetup. This was my first introduction to Hex. Hey, welcome, bud. Welcome. I'm glad you showed up there. And I hope that they made you a Hexican, and I hope that you did get yourself some Hex and get staked, because time is ticking. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Excuse me. Jesus thing, man. I don't have vid, by the way. Let's see. Did you talk about the massive payout today for T-share holders? That was like second largest ever. Man. Yes, I did. I did talk about it. I thought it was 9.04, but somebody told me it was 10 point something. Either way, monster freaking EES that gave us a big payout. And hey, you got to be staked to have gotten that. So if you weren't staked, you didn't get that today. When the math is done, when you do end your stake, today's date will be marked into your mathematics, and you will be given the 9 or 10 Hex per T-share that was paid out today. Okay. So what is your expectation of Hex price in the next year? What will happen to the E-Hex price when P-Hex comes out? Well, Ahmad, I do not think, in my personal opinion, I think that when Richard says something, it usually happens, and he usually means it. And there's a reason why he says the things that he says, because he has some insight. He has hindsight on a lot of things that he's done here because he's built it. He knows crypto, and he knows the space well. He understands finance, and he understands what his programming does. He understands it. He gets it. And he hasn't lied. He hasn't cheated. He hasn't swindled. And he's been 100% correct about everything that he's ever mentioned. Now, he's been careful not to give away all the trade secrets, or put out false expectations. And he's always, fallen short on his expectations. But the things he has said have come to fruition. Now, what Richard has said is that he wants to see expensive Hex on both sides. Now, him wanting to see that, and there being liquidity and all that stuff to provide that, is both in his wheelhouse. So I would not be surprised if we don't see parity on the Hex ETH, of both of them being valuable as each other, and not wavering at all. So that's what I think. Now, Hex price, what do I think? Again, I'm a very conservative guy when it comes to that. I think for sure we're going to crack the $1 mark. I think for sure we will crack another dollar after that, and really soon. I like Hexo's $2.01 by the end of the year. And then I like to see $5 or $10 next year. That's just my opinion. I'd like to see that. I think that's possible. But that's, again, that's me and being conservative. I've heard bigger numbers than that talked about. You listen to Wells and Kareem and those guys talk, and they talk about much bigger numbers than I do. And every time I have talked about my numbers, you know, I've fallen short. I've come up short. So I've been very, very conservative all the time. And it's worked out good because, 10.8 hex per T-share. Nice. Wow. That is big. That is big. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking. $5-10 next year. RG3, what kind of Easter egg questions should we ask Richard next live stream? Gosh, man. I don't know. I'm not that interested in really digging into Richard's personal life. I think that he's a busy guy. He's a strange guy. Anybody who washes their jeans with their toes and videotapes it in a bathtub with sudsies, I think has got some loops, that aren't connected or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Richard's I think people need to leave him alone and let him do his thing. And I hope one day to meet him. I think so. Yeah. But I don't care to get into any of his stuff. But as far as Hexen and whatnot goes, I think you guys are great in the chat rooms, asking him the questions and him answering. I'd like to know more about the Hex scale, the fund that they're trying to put together, or maybe even the onboarding platform that they're trying to put together. See how those things are coming along and what we might expect to see with that. I know, like I said, we're working on projects ourselves. DS is, and Ken and his team of people are working on some other things, and not just T-shirts, which they're horrible at, but there's a lot of things being done in the background. So yeah, keep asking him questions about what's coming. Let's see the Don. Let's see what the Don has to say here. Hi guys, I have my first stake ending in November. How do I know when exactly to end my stake on that day? In the morning, lunchtime, once I end the stake, I believe I'll have Hex, then I can sell it. Well, your button is going to change for you. It's going to turn black and say end stake or whatever. So your button will tell you when. And you've got 2 weeks before you start bleeding out or whatever. So you're good, man. Just look for it to end stake. The button turns color for you. I think it goes black, and you just click on the button. You end the stake. You pay your ETH fee, and say la vie. You got your stake, and then you got to figure out what you're gonna do with it. And more than likely, probably try and get some more T-shares because, man, you don't want to lose those T-shares. I don't want to. Can I restake? Yes, you can restake, Don. You can restake. Now it's going to cost you more, but yeah. You can restake, that's for sure. Yeah, it turned black too. Yes, it turns black. Let's see. So anyway, so that's what you want to do. When your stake comes due, figure out what you're going to do with it. Because if you're not gathering more T-shares, then I think you're missing the point of what Hex is. Excuse me. Gosh, I love that stuff. I love kombucha, especially mine. I do it myself. Let's see. Right on. It's my birthday. Well, good for you, Don, and happy birthday. And enjoy your end stake. And treat yourself to some T-shares. Make sure you get those out there and get your T-shares because, I mean, look, in a year and a half, they went to close to $10,000, guys. What does that mean in another year and a half? What does that mean as all those stakes coming out 10 years from now? Do you realize that Hex T-shares are going to be more valuable than Bitcoin really, really soon? Like really, really soon. Insane. Nicholas, what are you drinking? Which flavor? So I made my own kombucha culture and I drink the Gingerade kombucha. So what I do is I put strawberry lemonade on the second fermentation with real ginger inside my bottles. So that's how I do my carbonation fermentation, the second fermentation. The first one, I just let it go, get it to where I want the flavor. And then I add the strawberry lemonade with some ginger in there, smash the ginger up, cut it up, throw that in the bottle and bottle it up and let it sit. And a couple days after it's been sitting there in the second fermentation, put it in the refrigerator to stop it so that the bottles don't blow up, because the bottles blow up on you. They get this shit gets pretty wild. So anyway, yeah. So, okay, let's see. Which ERC20 token could explode in Pulse? Now, that's something that I'd like to see, that I'd like to understand. Maybe Uniswap? I don't know. Uni token? It's just a duct tape piece of shit token, right? But hey, people buy it. I don't know. I think Hex is going to explode as an ERC20. In fact, I know Hex is going to explode. I mean, that's what it's being built for. So it's going to make Hex more efficient. So I would believe that the number one token on the Pulse chain is going to be Hex. Their COTG, Children of the Grave, just verified that for me. So yeah, that's the one. You know, if you're looking at other stuff, you're missing the point. There is no other crypto. Sorry to say. And that's not a maximalist point of view. You know, I had a talk with Wales over the weekend. We stayed in this badass cabin. So we went to talk to this financial group out in Georgia, and they put us up on this resort, really nice place. And Wales was with us, and we were in this cabin, like this freaking badass on the golf course hunting cabin type thing, multiple rooms, big, you know. And we were sitting there with him, and we're talking about this. And, you know, Wales is very on point and very strict about there is no other crypto. And to be honest, he's correct. He's right. And it's not a maximalist point of view. There are no other influencers out there that are talking about the real deal if they're not talking about Hex. And it's not about being a maximalist. It's about being correct and talking about the right thing and not wrecking other people. It's a responsibility to not talk about other cryptos. Now, we have people in this community who, with open arms, go and talk to other crypto communities. And that's necessary. Why? Let me just bring up the Nerd Girl situation. Everybody's on Nerd Girl because she talks to other crypto communities. Everybody's on her because she opens up to them. She tries to be diplomatic about it. She lets them talk about their things, but she talks about Hex. She always has. She's always been part of the Hex community from the beginning. She's always questioned everything. She's always questioned maximalist behaviors. But what she does is she talks to other communities and tries to explain to them about Hex, letting them talk about their thing and then questioning their thing, and then speaking to them about Hex. So she does her thing. A lot of us do our thing. I tend to not talk about any other cryptos because, in my opinion, they're all garbage. I haven't seen anything that's worked. Everything that anybody's ever talked about has gone to shit or scammed out or rug pulled or bullshitted or promise coined. It's a fucking ridiculous space. So I don't have any confidence in it. And all the furus who promote this other shit and FUD Hex, you know, fuck them. They don't want to participate. They don't want to have proper dialogue. Then, you know, we don't need them. Screw them. But, you know, anyway, that's how I see it. Let's see. The Ryan guy was a turd. Yeah, a lot of them are turds, you know, but Hex's history is all the proof you need. You're right. Hex history makes it to where we don't have to get rid of streams. How many of those other guys have had to delete streams? All of them. All of them. They've all gone back. Even that little dickwad. Who's that guy? Gosh, I forget his name. I forget all their names because they're insignificant. But anyway, they talk all this shit, but they're the ones that have to delete videos of shit that they shield. They shield stuff, you know, and it wrecked people, and it went sideways. It went wrong, you know, and yeah, you know, they're just insignificant. So Hexagonal Domino says, I don't understand people like Charlie Lee dumping on his own followers. Richard getting more involved in the development of crypto will only make crypto better and bring in better people. Only Hex. You're right. You know, Charlie did that, and it cannot be denied. He saw the top. He sold the top, and it wrecked a lot of people. And that's too bad. But he never apologized for it and admitted that he did it. And it is what it is. C'est la vie. You said that a guy destroys 17,000 T-shares yesterday. Is it true? He could be a billionaire just waiting for it to unstake. What do you mean unstake? No, he nuked it. It's gone. It's done. Cashed out. There are no more stakes. No more no billionaire there. It's whatever million, couple million, whatever he might. I don't even know what he got. And it might not have been some guy. It might have been somebody who was, hacking the dude. I don't know, but maybe not. Drink some water. Yeah, I know I need to drink more water, but I've got my bucha. I'm drinking my bucha. Trying to keep the voice up. My brain can't fathom $100 hex, but something tells me it's going to happen. Damn straight. Why not? Why would Ethereum be sitting at $3,000+ when it's not working? It's not working. It doesn't work. It doesn't freaking work. Literally, Ethereum doesn't work. You should not be paying hundreds of dollars for transactions. What the fuck is that kind of crap? Vitalik needs to be kicked in the nuts for this shit. This is stupid. It's ridiculous. And he's the one, they got him on videotape saying, oh, a 5-cent freaking Bitcoin transaction is ridiculous, I mean, come on, V. Fix this shit, man. So that's what Richard's going to do is fix it. But yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible what's going on there. Let's see. Nicholas Hushan, where are you in America, bro? Did you see RH meeting up real people in Poland? Mind blowing. Yeah, man. He's out there hooking it up with the people from Poland. And we haven't got to hang out with them yet. Not that I'm mad, a little jealous, not mad. Way to go to the Poles. Good job. But Richard, fuck, man. Been spitting out a spleen for you, bro. Come hang out with us. Don't even come to the U.S., but fuck, send a private jet and a golden ticket and have me hang out somewhere with you. Okay. If the MetaMask wallet used to sacrifice has been hacked, can you connect a hardware wallet to protect the PLS airdrop when it comes until you can transfer it to another wallet? Well, if somebody gets into your wallet, you're fucked. Ain't a goddamn thing you can do. You can try and get there first and move it. But if somebody else has the keys, there ain't nothing you can do. So be there at the moment that it comes out and move it. Y'all see Axis fan lines on the chart? FOMO. Axis fan lines on the chart. FOMO. ETH is a scam. Yep. ETH is a problem. I don't know if it's a scam, but it's a problem coin. It's not a promise coin. It's a problem coin. And I think that politically, Vitalik has made some mistakes. I don't think he has a strong enough personality. I don't think that Vitalik is a scammer. I don't think that Vitalik is trying to do anything nefarious. But I do think that Vitalik is weak and he's letting other people dictate to him what's happening. And I think it has to do with the goddamn miners. I think they are running the show and he's having to kowtow to them. So that's what I think is going on. But that's just my opinion. It doesn't matter. It's like an asshole. It stinks, whatever. So, but that's what I see. Blake's Odyssey would love to come on the show one day and get to know more of you Hexicans live. Yeah. Hey, FN Hangout, it's there for you. You're allowed to do it. Come hang out with us. I knew ETH was trash when CryptoKitties took the network down years ago. Yeah, man. So why wouldn't we think that it was going to get taken down again? Right. History repeats itself. It's the same thing. They didn't fix nothing. NFTs were coming. People going stupid and dumb shit over NFTs. What did you think was going to happen? Yep. Is Pulse the GOAT or Hex or both? Look, Hex is the GOAT. Hex is the GOAT. Hex is the crypto of all cryptos. Hex does things that no other crypto has done or probably will ever be able to do. Richard put a formula together that most people won't even try. Most people won't even have the ability and the integrity to do what Richard's doing, and take that for what it's worth. Because people call Richard a lot of things, but really what Richard is full of is freaking integrity, because he's proven himself by what he's done and how he's handled this. So hats off to Richard for building something that most people can't. Let's see. RG3, come through to Newport Beach anytime. I owe you dinner for Hex. Yeah, man. I'll hit you up on that. If we're having dinner out in Newport Beach, hells to the yes. I'll go. We can go to Domenico's and go get me a freaking steak over there. How's that grab you? Let's see. I said water, not brew. Yeah. Well, I don't have any water with me. Well, actually, I do have a water cup. This is my Joe Rogan mug I got from the Joe Rogan show. But anyway, let's see. Ethereum broke my balls too much. Yeah, I did. Look at how soy Vitalik is. Just saying, dude looks like a wet noodle. You know, I don't want to bust on a dude's looks. I mean, you know, everybody's got their own physical thing. You can't really bust on that. But it's his mind and his wisdom and knowledge that are weak. That's what's weak, because he could have took over crypto. This year, he had it by the balls, and he let it slip away. He really let it slip away. RG, you have to admit that without ETH, we wouldn't have Hex. You know, Ewok, you're right. You are. But Richard would have probably put Pulse out first and then brought, you know, Hex. Who knows? But yeah, it did bring it to us now. But I'm not giving him credit for that right now. Vitalik dropped the ball. End of story. Vitalik, the soy jack who got picked on by the football DJ and Chads in high school. Yeah. Yeah. NFT is the biggest scam ever. Pays millions of dollars for JPEGs. Ridiculous. Yeah, I agree. RH will have a nice game theory to Pulse to appreciate too. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Hex is a mathematical masterpiece. Yes, indeed, it is. That is the key. I'm not a math guy, but I know when I see math genius, and that is math genius. The T-shares, the share rate, how that works, genius. Absolute genius. NFTs will change the world. COTG, NFT buyer. Hexy your life up, Cookie Boys. What's up, dude? What's up, Cookie Boys? Let's see. Why Solana shut down, bro, last week? What kind of joke is that? Cryptos suck outside of Hex, bro. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They do. Solana, freaking another one shut down. Freaking Celsius, bullshitted out. I mean, you see it all over. All this stuff that they thought was freaking solid. Bye-bye. Having problems. Anyway. Hey, Mama Rock, what's happened? You sound like you have laryngitis there, buddy. Yeah, I got a little something going on. It's the change of the weather and flying for the last few days. It was just, you know, anyway, I'm sort of looking forward to the doc. But hi, Mama Rock. Good to see you. Been a while since I've seen you. Let's see. I am looking forward to the documentary, Richard. Yes, it's going to be very cool. Very, very cool. And I'm trying to be involved in it as much as I can. Let's see. NFT or money laundering, tax evasion scheme. Yeah, probably. I mean, if somebody pays $94 million for an NFT, probably something nefarious going on there. IRS, go check that out. Let's see. I will be accumulating for as long as I can. Think about Hex at $1 to $2. Even if you can only get 200, it will be worth 200K at some point in the next 5 years. I think you're right. Come through, Sean and RG3. Set it up. Yeah. Like I said, you guys want to meet up out here? I'll meet up with you. I'm not scared. I'm always protected. RH would love to put Hex on another chain. RH would have put Hex on it. Yeah, you're right, Machina. He would have threw it on another chain. You're right. He dropped the ball. I'm with you. They could have fixed the fees instead of sucking miners' D's. It's true. They could have fixed it, but they didn't. And they gave miners control, just like Miguel just said. Haters have control of ETH. The miners have control of ETH. Yes, that's what it is. Let's see. I took math for Marines, and I still know Hex T-shirt game theory is a genius. Yes, we counted crayons in the Marine Corps. That's what we did. We count crayons. Let's see. When you get to a level, you're a fool not to own other coins. I moved all of my Roth IRA into crypto IRA last year. It has 4x in a year. If I had left it getting my 15%, I'd be getting wrecked. If I had left it you would have been wrecked. And good thing you got into crypto, but better that you got into Hex. And I'm sorry, but 4x, we do that kind of shit in a week in Hex, bro. We've got like 9,000 X. We're getting ready for 10,000 X here in a couple of pennies, bro. So think about that. T-shirt price was from 60 cents to almost 10,000 USD in 21 months. Please give your opinion regarding sell of Hex shares in stakes, encapsulated future value. RH talks about it last week. So encapsulated stakes, I'm a little leery of all that stuff. I don't know what it's going to do to the game theory, whether it's going to be better or worse. I don't know yet. The jury's out on that thing. We'll see what happens. I don't have an opinion on it yet, to be honest. Something that's a little more complicated as far as game theory goes to me than I think we know about yet. I don't think we know how it's going to affect things. So I know a lot of people like it. A lot of people hate it. So that tells me that there is some kind of a gray area, or there's some kind of a hidden issue to it, or hidden value to it. So not sure what that is yet. When you say you're always protected, do you mean you wear the PP around your wrap? Are you with wrap? Oh man, no, dude, I don't need to worry about the wrap on my PP. I already have my ladders all the way up to 15 years. I'm not an OG Hexkin, but doing well. I'm trying to buy a house in the mountains off grid next year in March, when my first stakes end. Good for you, man. Good for you. Every other crypto is a pretender and not even a contender. Hex, P-Hex, and Pulse are game changers. Exactly. And that's why we get accused of maximalism, because we understand that there really isn't any other crypto to talk about, because all the others are a waste of time. They really, really are a waste of time. I don't see. Now, are they valuable out there because people own them, because people are using them, because they're bringing other people to crypto? Yeah, but they're valuable for all the wrong reasons, not for the right reasons, like what Hex is valuable for the right reasons. So where do you Hex and Hex Pulse prices going in the next 3 years? I already talked about that. I think we're going to see a few bucks on Hex. Don't be scared, RGT. You just want to eat like pirates together. Yeah, no, I'll come out. Like I said, I'll come out. What happened to that dollar cost guy that used to do videos with you? Look, dollar cost got really, really busy. And so we decided that it would be in all of our best interests that DC goes and does his thing. And DC has done really, really well. Why? Because he is freaking brilliant when it comes to trading and buying these other cryptos and gauging the market and teaching people how to utilize those things. And that's kind of not what we're doing here. And he needed to spread his wings and do his thing. And that's why he is elsewhere. I love the guy. He and I are close friends because of who he is and how he acts and what he's done and what he did to help us in the beginning. But yeah, he is no longer, he's a cutthroat. He hangs out in our cutthroat room, talks to us, and but he just doesn't do the show with us anymore. I thought you ate crayons, not count them. Yeah, I would do a little both. When we got to do math, we count them. But anyway, just messing. Thank you for your service. You're welcome. Next retirement. And you can self-direct a Roth IRA using your own wallet. Yes, you can. You can do a self-directed IRA, and you can put Hex in it. Beautiful tool, by the way. Beautiful tool. Talk to your financial advisor about doing you have to do a special what they call an LLC, self-directed LLC IRA. So make sure that you just set it up properly. You have to go through a crypto company to do so. And John Wick, one of our community members, if you guys want to know, he is really close with one of the companies that does that. Excuse me. If we didn't sacrifice, how would we be able to get PulseChain when it comes out? If we didn't sacrifice, how would we? It's going to be for sale. There'll be, you'll buy it on the market, and it'll be there. Have you sacrificed to Pulse? I did day one, first time invest, day one, thank God. Yeah, good for you, Nicholas. Yes, I've got a little bit of sacrifice in there. Just a little one. Just a little one. Let's see. Phenomenal. When I was weaker and had problems with ratchet straps, they made fun of me and called me by my Indian name. Struggles with straps. Sites made me try harder. That's becoming better. I don't know why you're talking about ratchet straps, but you're taking me back to my rigging days, because that's what we used was ratchet straps. Let's see. Hidden value and encapsulated stakes. You can pull profits without EES or scrape interest as income. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what it does to the game theory and the culture, though. I don't know. I don't think it's taxable until you profit and cash. I don't think it is taxable until you profit and cash out. Yeah. Let's talk to your financial professionals about that. See, crypto. Hey, look at that. $20. Let's see what this has to say. Met you in line at the club in Hex Vegas. It was nice to meet you guys. I tatted 5555 on my hand right before I met you. Okay. Sick motherfucker, man. Sasto, baby. Sasto. I don't know if you know what Sasto means. But anyway, some are sicker than others, baby. Some are sicker than others. Everything is falling and Hex is strong, about 45 cents. Gains are sick already, even with lots of people selling it. Mind blowing, bro. Demands is more than offer. Hex is starting to be rare early. Yes, it is. It is. Dollar cost was big on Celsius. Hope he's good. I know Cell not doing so well right now. Yeah, it's not. Hex ignition, I figured so a taxable event isn't just going from crypto to fiat. It's really an ownership thing. When you own, then you don't own, and trading for something else and you profit. Yeah, there's guidelines, all that. Talk to your CPA about it. Let's see. Pulling petroleum tanker shells together. Oh, with ratchet straps. Yeah. You can do them. You use them to do all kinds of rigging stuff. Hex can't be bought inside an IRA, or I would be 110% in Hex. I'm an OG Hexkin. I was saying traditional IRAs and stock and bonds are a joke compared to the crypto ones now offered all tax-free. Vibra Finance, you're wrong. You can put Hex into a self-directed IRA LLC. You can put a lot of different assets into those things. So if you're interested, believe me, you can actually put Hex in an IRA. It's a self-directed and it's an IRA LLC, and it has to be set up by somebody who knows what they're doing. But you can do it. You can do it. You sure I don't really care about to submit the row? Lol, no more tax for me. Yeah, I'd stay away from that fucking thing. I mean, whatever. That's, a lot of people can do that. Sorry for the confusion, RG. No, you didn't confuse me. Let's see. Is P-Hex an evolution of BTC and Hex all together? I am very bullish on P-Hex, bro. P-Hex, excuse me again. Gosh. P-Hex. So Hex is the evolution of Bitcoin. Bitcoin wanted to be Hex. It couldn't do it. Hex just works better than Bitcoin. Period. End of story. And the staking function and the shares rate and all that is just brilliant, beyond brilliant. It is the crypto that Bitcoin wishes it could be, but is not. Let me say that again. Hex is the crypto that Bitcoin wishes it can be, but is not. There's a lot of value in that. That means that Hex is worth more than $40,000 because Bitcoin is worth $40,000. Hex is worth that much because it's way better than Bitcoin. Way better. Sheena says, RG, you don't like the row? Look, man, I'm 54 years old, and I don't play around with anything that, on the edge of stuff. You young guys, have at it. But I'm not playing with any of the on the edge stuff. You guys go do your thing. Let's see. I wish Hex was on Celsius so I can take a loan and not sell. I don't want to sell. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't worry about Celsius. I heard that they're having problems. Please talk about RH Cake Fork Exchange coming up in Pulse. Reward could be bigger than ever we saw as Hex holders, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah. We'll see. Richard's been very vague about it, and it's going to be nice to see if we do get something like that. He has mentioned that he's, he has, done, some work on that, and he's made some progress, and we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. How I Made says, RG, you look mid-30s, bud. Hey, thank you. Thank you. I don't feel mid-30s, but yes, appreciate you saying I hear you still on the fence myself. Good. As you should be. You should be looking into things like that as deep as you can because you don't want to make mistakes that can cost you later. There's a lot of things I don't mess with, and that's one of them. And especially being a public figure, I don't mess with that stuff. I'm above board on all the things I do. I understand people and their, anarcho-capitalism, all those things. I get it. I'm fired up about things too. Excuse me. It's just not the hill I want to die on. It's not the hill I want to die on. So anyway, I'm looking into that Hex IRA ASAP. Thank you. This is the best community ever in crypto. Such good people everywhere. Yeah, Viber Finance. You might want to hit up John Wick. John Wick can be found on Telegram. He's out on the Twitters. John Wick has a company that actually builds those, puts those together and manages them for people. It's called an IRA LLC. It is a self-directed IRA where you can actually put your Hex stakes in, and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tax benefit on that. So anyway. But most lawyers, most financial lawyers that are out there building products can do those for you. I've heard people put things like guns in those self-directed IRAs. So you can put a lot of different assets in there. So you can look into that. We actually have some streams about it, and we've had people on that do those things. But yeah. All right, guys. Hour and a half of chatting with the captain. I appreciate you all so much. I'm still feeling a little under the weather. This damn sinus thing and this cough. I appreciate all of you. Thanks for coming and hanging out. We will see you on the FN Hangout. Watch everybody's streams. Things are getting exciting. We're pumping. Lots of stuff coming up. Freddie Quote's coming on in the next couple of weeks, and hopefully debuting his new video that we all went out and shot, which was a lot of fun. So we love to catch up with Freddie and chat with him about that. So thanks everybody for coming. We'll catch you on the next one. See ya Friday.